Like call the order, the public hearing for June 25th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Mr. Pacetto?
Here.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Here.
Sorry. Mrs. Krasniak?
Here.
Mr. Murba?
Here.
Mrs. Taliani? Mr. Ferrari?
Here.
Mr. Sarver?
Here. The purpose of this budget hearing is to provide any member of the public an opportunity to ask questions or comments on proposed amended fiscal year 2025 LPHS budget. Does anyone from the public wish to comment or ask a question? Again, does anyone from the public wish to comment or ask a question? Hearing no questions, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Murba?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. I'd like to call the order, the regular board meeting for June 25th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Mr. Pacetto?
Here.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Murba?
Here.
Mr. Ferrari?
Here.
Mr. Sarver?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
At this time, I'd like the board to look over the minutes for the regular meeting on May 21st, 2025, and a special meeting on May 28th, 2025. If there's no corrections or additions, I need a motion for approval.
I so moved.
Second.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Murba?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. Tonight, we have no recognitions or public comment. Under the President's report, I just have a couple things. The first thing is a reminder that we do not meet in July, the board. So our next board meeting will be August 20th, 2025. And there's some business where we'll conduct in new business for approvals. The one thing I want to mention is that all the hiring that'll be done in July and August, we will approve, even though we're going to give, Dr. Robleski, the go-ahead to hire. We will approve them at the August board meeting, so that will come across the board. The other thing is the timeline for the superintendent search, and I just want to go over this, really quick with you to make sure we're all on the same page. And if you would like, I can send this out to you also, because this is what we came up with. July 14th, the announcement of vacancy will be distributed and posted on the websites. August 18th and 19th, we'll have an in-district focus group for interviews.
What was that date again?
The 18th and 19th.
Oh, July?
No, August 18th and 19th. Carol, I can send this out.
Okay.
I mean, you have to take all these notes. I'll send it out to you. That's not a problem. September 25th, 2025 is the deadline to apply. So we will know at that time who applied. The week of September 26th to the 30th, the consultants will analyze all the applications. The week of September 30th through October 5th, the IASB will screen the interviews, top candidates. October 13th, 2025 is Columbus Day. That's the day we said everyone can make it, and we're going to meet, and they will give us the slate of candidates to the board and information guidelines regarding interviews and the process, and that will be in closed session. The week of October 20th, the Board of Education will conduct the first round of interviews, and that will be also a special meeting in closed session. The week of October 27th, the Board of Education conducts a second round of interviews, and that will also be a special meeting in closed session. The week of November 10th, 2025, the Board of Education will negotiate and offer a contract. November 19th will be the board meeting in November, and we will appoint the new superintendent. And their employment commences on July 1, 2026. The only problem with the November board meeting is if you want to do site visits. we want to do site visits, we'll have to push that back, and we'll have a special board meeting early December. We will not wait all the way until the end of the month board meeting. All right, and that will.
Site visits are extremely informative.
Well, I'm just saying,
I've done
it'll
it
depend
It is.
how soon we can get in to see places.
Right.
So that could push this back a little bit with the hiring date. But other than that, I think it's a pretty solid timeline. And, you know, we're off and running. I mean, a couple weeks, it's getting put out and the ball's rolling. All right, does anybody have any questions? Okay. And I will send that out to the board, the timeline. Okay, under finance, 7.1, the approval for LaSalle-Peru Township High School bills.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. And a motion approval for the LP Area Career Center bills.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. And a motion approval for the payroll report.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 7.2, and a motion of approval for the financial records as presented.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. Under correspondence, 8.1, we received a thank you card from Mrs. Carol Navarro, retired science teacher, in which she expressed her heartfelt appreciation to the Board of Education for the opportunity to teach at LP and launch the sports medicine classes and contribute to Cavs Day. She also shared her gratitude for the continued support she received from both the administration and the Board of Education over the past 6 years. Board committee reports, 9.1, Finance Committee, Dr. Obleski.
Thank you, Mr. Starver. Finance Committee met on Wednesday, June 17th. We reviewed the end-of-the-year financials, but also then spent time on the FY25 budget amendment, which is an action item later on in open session. I shared in an email earlier today, once we had a chance to kind of really finalize where our end-of-the-year budget is going to be at. We're going to end, on paper, it's going to be like a slight deficit of about $48,000. And as I shared in my email, part of that is because of our Title I and our IDEA grant funds. We expend those monies in advance, and then you submit for reimbursements. And so we're not going to get reimbursements for over $200,000 until July. The other thing too is we had as you recall, we had more concrete work that had to be done in Howard Fellows Stadium, and so we finished paying those bills out, which was about $250,000 in the building fund. We transferred working cash to kind of fill that up. On the ISB budget planner, the budget sheet, ISB does not recognize interfund transfers as new revenue. So even though we backfilled that does not, they don't view that as part of the revenue for the year. So when you kind of wash all those things out, that's where the final number on the ISB document is going to arrive. No concerns at all, because particularly the concrete work, that's a one-off. We know that that's done. And the projects that we are working on now, these are projects that you don't, knock on wood, but you don't tend to have a lot of surprises, where we knew the stadium potentially could have had more work, particularly with the concrete. But we are prepared to present the board with the amended budget. The other item I wanted to point out too, which is an action item, and the Finance Committee is recommending this too, is to move the activities director differential from the level 1 from level 2 back to level 1 where it originally was. Mrs. Angie Hartman has just done an incredible job this year in that role, and really, as I kind of talked to her and we've kind of assessed what the level of work is, it really does it is worthy of being placed at level 1, and the committee was recommending that. That's all I have, unless there are questions.
No, thank you, Dr. Waleski.
Thank you.
Policy Committee, Mrs. Alcorn.
Policy committee met, and reviewed the, policy, and we decided that we were going to accept and approve all of them, except anything to do with AI. Because we are still working, the staff is still working during the summer on what's available, what platforms are best,
Sure.
how it works. And so that will be a recommendation in the fall to address those policies.
I understand that, that's ongoing.
That's
I mean,
ongoing.
just-
It's
it's
not
moving
what
all
we're
the
gonna
time.
do. So anything that has to do with that is not
Okay.
going to be approved, but the rest of it has been approved by the committee. And we recommend that you approve it. And that's just AI, what we're doing.
Okay, any
Okay.
questions? Thank you, Mrs. Alcorn. Building and Grounds Committee, Mr. Ferrari.
Building and Grounds Committee met on Wednesday, June 18th, and we discussed the updates on the current projects. The health occupations remodeling is moving along. As you can see outside, work is progressing on the 6th Street renovation and parking lots, and as of last week, the work was 70% complete. The roofing repair and masonry restoration is also moving along. The transition house roof is complete, and gutters and downspouts were supposed to be going in this week. The ag building, the architect indicated that he should have designs for the committee to look at within the next 3 weeks or so. And
That's exciting.
the Sip and Savor remodeling was moving along rather slowly as of last week, but I understand that they were going to light a fire under the contractor, and so hopefully that will pick up soon because he's got a deadline of August 1st. Under other, they have installed clocks in the locker room that are synced with the clocks out on the basketball floor, so that in the locker rooms they'll know how much time they've got left. And
The old days when you sent a manager out there.
Right.
I mean, come on. Go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And bids are supposed to be let out this week on work on the track over at the sports complex. So we should be seeing bids on that at our next meeting.
Okay.
And that was it for the committee.
Are there any questions? Thank you, Mr. Ferrari. Administrative reports, superintendent's report, Dr. Obleski.
I just have two things to report on. One is we have the date set for when Newkirk and Associates will be on site to begin the district audit. They'll be here actually tomorrow to do the preliminary field work, and then the week of August 25th, that's the Monday, concluding on Friday the 29th, will be here. They'll actually be on site then to complete our annual audit. And we would expect Mr. Newkirk and hopefully his young assistant to be here at either the October or the November board meeting to present the report. The time that I wrote my report, we had 2 FOIA requests that we had responded to. And you can see those in my report, and those were responded to in the appropriate amount of time. And I also attached a copy of our LaSalle County Health Department report, and we got a perfect score on that for the kitchen. So very,
hard
very
to do.
It is. Yeah,
Perfect
it's
score is hard
kudos
to
to
do.
Mr. Riahi and his team for the work that they do. That's all I have unless there are questions.
Good. Thank you, Dr. Obleski. Under new business, 11.1, the motion of approval for the fiscal year 2025 amended district budget.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.2, I need a motion of approval for resolution 2025-10, to abate $150,000 in working cash, Fund 70, to the Education Fund, Fund 10.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.3, I need a motion of approval for Resolution 2025-11 to transfer $40,000 of earned interest from the Working Cash Fund 70 to the Education Fund 10.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.4, need a motion of approval of Resolution 2025-12 to transfer the capital lease payment of $330,514 from the Education Fund 10 to the Debt Service Fund 30.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.5, I need a motion of approval to authorize the superintendent to approve July 2025 LP and ACC bills up to $4 million.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.6, a motion of approval of the superintendent's 2025-2026 bond renewal.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.7, a motion of approval to authorize the superintendent to hire staff in July and August 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.8, a motion of approval to submit the Dolan Building Health Life Safety Amendment Number 13 for the fire alarm replacement project.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.9, a motion of approval to submit the Auto Shop Health Life Safety Amendment Number 8 for the fire alarm replacement project.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.10, I need a motion of approval of the press policy issue 118, which is second reading with the exception of 20.15-AP, 6.235, and 6.235-AP1, and 6.235-AP3 related to artificial intelligence, which will be considered in August.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto? Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.11, a motion of approval to reclassify the activity director stipend from Group 2 to Group 1 effective July 1, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.12, and a motion of approval of the following retirements with regret. Mr. Scott Leonard, Technology Support Technician, effective June 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.13, and a motion of approval of the following resignations. Mr. Kevin Kramer, Coral Companies, effective May 22nd, 2025. And Mr. Robert Clydesdale, Assistant Scholastic Bowl Sponsor, effective the conclusion of the 2024-2025 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasniak?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.14, and the emotional approval of the following appointments. Miss Amanda Nation, paraprofessional, effective for the 2025-2026 school year, replaces Mrs. Becky Johnson. Miss Abigail Baker, paraprofessional, effective for the 2025-2026 school year, replaces Mrs. Mary Kay Lamboli. And Mrs. Bridget Wilmot, Coral Accompanist, effective for the 2025-2026 school year, replaces Mr. Kevin Kramer.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasania?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. 11.15, any emotional approval for the varsity softball team spring break trip to either Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or Disney World, Orlando, Florida, to compete in the softball tournament, departing Sunday, March 29th, 2026, and returning Friday, April 3rd, 2026. The softball program's fundraising throughout the year will cover all expenses for players and coaches.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasania?
Yes.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes. I need a motion to go into executive closed session for the purpose of A, discussion of the minutes of the meetings lawfully closed under the Opens Meeting Act, whether for the purpose of approval by the body of the minutes or semi-annual review of the minutes. B, collective negotiation matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberation concerning salary, schools for one or more classes of employees with open session and possible action items to follow.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Ferrari?
Yes.
Mr. Murbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Pacetto?
Yes.
Mrs. Alcorn?
Yes.
Mrs. Krasania?
Yes.
Mr. Sarver?
Yes.